What's going on, people? Welcome to the LV Live show. I am LV Live. Please hit that like, share, subscribe button. Once again, I want to thank all the new subscribers for coming by to my channel, man. It is truly, truly appreciated. Tough loss for them boys tonight, 114 and 102. The captain, 25 points, 7 assists. OG Anunoby, 29 points, 3 rebounds. The chef comes into the Garden and cooks the Knicks. Tough loss for them boys against the Golden State Warriors, 114 and 102. Big task. What's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through Rock with LV Live. Tale of two halves. A tale of two halves. That's what we're going to say. At half, I believe, what were the Knicks up by? Like 8? I think they were up by 8. And it seemed to pretty much have this game under control. They look like the better team. Even though with the big cat not being there, of course, he's out because of personal reasons. I hope everything is okay with him and his family. Crazy thing to hear somebody's taken off because of personal reasons. And, you just hope him and whoever he loves or family members, whomever, are okay. So no cat tonight. So with that being said, the Warriors like to go small. They don't really have a big man. Gravity, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through Rock with LV Live. Tough loss to them boys, 114 and 102. The captain, 25.7 assists. So I felt that, okay, want to see exactly how we come out and play. And we came out aggressive. I thought we played really well. I thought, Mikal was playing really well against Curry. Thought he pretty much had his number in the first half. But what happens, right? The chef gets cooking, right? Him and Butler had 30 points in that second half. Both of them got activated, shall I say. And they just pretty much dominated the Knicks in the second half. Dominated. And that's the ball game, right? That's it in a nutshell, because the stats are pretty even. I'm going to go over the stats with you guys in a minute, but they beat the Knicks in that first half, in the second half, 35-26 in that third quarter, and 32-21 in that fourth. That's the ball game. That's the ball game. And with that being said, the Knicks tied it up in the fourth, 94-94, and then after that, the Warriors just went on a run, man. Went on a run, and I think that they had a lot of veterans on that team and guys who know how to win, from Steph to, of course, Draymond, of course, Jimmy, and they schooled the Knicks defensively. You know what I mean? And they were just doing certain things, offensively. That's what I meant to say. They schooled them. Them backdoor cuts were killing the Knicks. They could not do anything with that. As great as a game as OG Anunoby played, I'm going to touch on that with him. Jimmy was schooling him on the other end. Schooling him. Drawing fouls, going to the foul line, just Jimmy being Jimmy, using all those tricks he learned from the Heat. And to me, that was where the game was won, right? Just watching that second unit being out there, in that fourth. Tibbs rode with them till about 6 minutes or 7 minutes left in the quarter. I thought he waited too long. And I thought Brunson sat over there too long and he got cold. He brought Brunson back in. I think it was about 6 or 7 minutes left, something like that. Him and Josh were sitting over there too long. And I thought that when they came back in, you can see they didn't have it going. Like, they just didn't have it. They were sitting over there cooling out for too long. I thought Tibbs kept them down too long. And I thought that played a major part in why the Warriors went on a run and pretty much took over the lead, because the game was right there for the Knicks to win. But I think the Warriors wanted it more. I just do. I think they did. On a positive note, man, I think OG Anunoby is starting to turn a corner here. I mean, he had a great game tonight. 29 big points for him, 3 rebounds. But I thought he played extremely well. Now that's 3 games in a row now. He's really, really starting to play good. And this is great timing because, the playoffs are right around the corner. So I thought he played extremely well. I loved his activity. And I just loved his aggressiveness. You know what I mean? So I think that played a major part in what kept us close in this game. But he's playing really, really well, man. He's playing really well. And what I love to see him being aggressive on the offensive end, because I think he's got the skill set to do that. He's bigger and stronger than a lot of guys. So that was great to see from him. Lionel Moses, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through Rock with LV Live. Tough loss to them boys, 114 and 102. OG Anunoby, 29 points, 3 rebounds. Namrit, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through Rocking with LV Live tonight. Tough loss on the boys, 114 and 102. The Captain, 25 points, 7 assists. So out of those two guys, I mean, I thought Brunson had his moments, but I thought the second half, that third quarter he was okay. The fourth quarter he just wasn't good at all. This Grover, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through Rock with an LV live. Tough loss to the boys, 114 and 102. OG Anunoby, 29 points, 3 rebounds. But really, outside of OG Anunoby, I thought everyone else played terrible. I thought Bridges had moments, but everyone else played bad, man. Precious stat line is pretty good. I believe he had 8 points and 15 boards. I'm going to touch on him in a minute, but I thought he had an up and down game. I thought Deuce was terrible tonight. Josh Hart was atrocious tonight. Thought Mitch is getting better. I thought Mitch was good tonight. I thought Campaign came out. I thought he was solid. I thought the bench guys were pretty good. But everyone else, they just did not play well. Josh was terrible, man. Josh was terrible tonight. I'm going to touch on him really quick. He's a really, really good ball player. He's a really, really good player. But if you're not going to shoot with confidence, that hurts the team. Where we're really good and where we were great last year is that you would swing him the ball. People wouldn't give him any credit for anything or give him the respect, shall I say. And he would knock down those shots. He's not doing that now, right? So you could tell he's in his head. He's in a little slump right now. But you gotta shoot with confidence, man. You gotta shoot with confidence. You can't just be unsure of yourself. A couple of times he was wide open, for 3, and he's not taking it. He's hesitating to shoot. My man, you can't do that out there, man. If you're gonna hesitate to shoot, then sit down. Sit on the bench. If you're unsure of yourself and you need to get out of your head, I don't know. But what I'm saying is that hurts the offense. And so he just doesn't seem confident. And he's got to rediscover that, man. You're in the league now, man. You're in the NBA. Come on. You can't be unsure of yourself at this point, man. And especially in games, in clutch moments. So he works on a shot. I mean, it's obvious. I mean, but you got to shoot with confidence, man. Right? So I just thought he wasn't good at all tonight. At all. Eric Green, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through Rock with LV Live. Tough loss for them boys to the chef in the crew. 114 and 102. OG Anunoby, 29 points. Big Tass says opposing teams are leaving Josh wide open. Agreed. He's got to knock him down, man. He's got to knock him down. He can't just be passing him open threes. That can't happen, man, because now, if Mitch is in the game, now the defense is basically playing 5-on-3 because they don't worry about either one of those two guys. And that's a problem. Now, I'm trying to pick the right words here. Let me say this. I really thought that the second unit played really good tonight. I thought they played good. But I thought he waited too long to bring Brunson in. I think when you're trying to win a game and you got your guy over there on the bench, the top dog, you got to bring him back in. Now, if you don't want to bring Mikal back in because you want to match his minutes with Steph's, okay, cool. But you got to bring your top dog in. He can't be sitting over there on the bench too long because he's cooling off. So when he got back in the game, Brunson just didn't have it. Just didn't have it at all. And where they beat us in the second half is they were quicker to the ball. They were making quicker decisions with them back cuts. And they were beating us on the break. They were getting up and down the court fast. They were not waiting for our defense to set up. And that's where they started getting us. And, of course, the chef knocked down a couple of threes here and there. But I don't think he was going ballistic. Like, he wasn't going ballistic like how he can, right? But he hit a couple of them, and then it seemed like that made the Knicks a little nervous about guarding and stuff like that. And they were, back cuts were just they were leaving dudes wide open. And then there was a couple of times they were coming down the court and they were leaving guys wide open. Like one time they left Buddy Hield open, and the other kid, he was number 15. And I'm like, yo, come on, man. Like, you can't be leaving guys wide open. That means like you're just not even paying attention to what's going on. Like, you don't even know who's got who. Like, that's Bush League stuff, man. That's stuff you do back in, you know what I mean? Like back in like JV. Like, you got to know who you got. So it was just little things like that. It just seemed off in the second half. I don't know why. They just seemed off. Another thing too, if you're paying attention, guys, the really, really good coaches are paying attention to what Tibbs, his weaknesses are. You see how Golden State went to a zone, right? Who did we just play and went to a zone? Spo and the Heat, right? So these guys are watching tape. Like Steve Kerr is watching tape. He's identifying where Tibbs' weaknesses are. He's identifying it. He's identifying it. And so he went to a zone. We looked like we couldn't break down a zone. Again, we just played a team with a zone. So this is why people say, including LV, that this guy's probably reached his ceiling. Because you're seeing how, like, certain things, like, there's no reason why we should not be able to get out of, like, not be able to break a zone. Like, that should be easy. They were playing a 3-2, and then sometimes they were playing a 2-3. But really like a 3-2. It's like a shell. So they had 2 guys down there and had 3 guys on the wings. 2 guys on the wings and a guy on top. This is old school, man. The easy way you beat that, you got to flash a guy in the middle. You got to flash a guy in the middle, hit him with a quick bounce pass. Then you could turn and face, then you can attack, then you can swing the ball in the corners. Then all that stuff is wide open. But they trying to dribble and set screens and still run a offense. Yo, don't set a screen with a zone. Just go to the open spot. Someone hit somebody with a bounce pass. Now face the rim. Now you can attack from all corners, or you attack the middle. This is easy, man. That's all they were doing. But instead, I'm seeing Precious come up and try to set screens for campaign. I'm like, yo, what are you doing, man? This is simple, man. Get to the open spots in the zone. Find that to where you can attack it. It just doesn't make any sense. But that goes to coaching, man. That goes to coaching. Evergreen says, teams like to show out in the garden. The Knicks need to step up and protect this house. Agreed, Evergreen. They just didn't play well at all tonight, man. At all. In the first half, yes. Let me change that. In the first half, yes. But in the second half, they did not play well at all, man. They just didn't play well at all. Knicks 100 GM, man. What's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through Rock with LV Live. Tough loss to the boys, 114-102. The captain, Jalen Brunson, 25.7 assists. Big Taz says somebody needs to talk to Mikal. Big Taz, you thought he played bad tonight? What do you think? I thought he was okay. I mean, I didn't think he was great, but I didn't think he was bad neither. Thought he had good moments against Steph. Thought he hit, he scored well. This Rover says he didn't shoot well tonight. This Rover, he was 7 away from 3, right? From 3. He was 1 for 5 from 3. No one shot good from 3. Even them, they shot terrible from 3. They shot 35. We shot 24. But he shot good from the field. He was 7 for 15 from the field. Thought he was all right. I didn't think. Okay, Disc Grover. In a night where we needed big threes, agreed. Disc Grover, agreed on that. Isaiah Acosta, man, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through, rocking with LV Live tonight. Tough loss to the boys, 114-102. OG Anunoby, 29 points, 3 rebounds. I've been trying to be positive with this team and with Mikal going forward, man. But he's starting to get me beyond angry. The inability to not hit wide open shots. You know what's... All right. Here's why I'm having a hard time with the Mikal stuff. I'll be so honest with you guys. And I'm not like he didn't play bad today, but he didn't play good neither. But everyone played bad. Outside of the OG Anunoby. David Smith, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live 114 and 102. Tough loss to them boys. OG Anunoby, 29 points. Here's my issue with the Mikal stuff. I think in a lot of ways he's had an up and down season. Like it's just the truth. He's been a roller coaster. I'm not going to sit here and try to act like he's been an all-star because he hasn't. But I think that with it being his first year, him just getting here, I thought he's been okay. But I think it all comes down to what your expectation was of this guy, right? I didn't have a big expectation for me when he first came here. Like I wasn't like, okay, yo, he's going to be. I didn't think that. I figured he would fit in and it would be another piece to what it is we're trying to build. I didn't feel the way when he got here that I felt when Cat got here because I knew what Cat could bring. So I'm not like, you understand what I'm saying? Like I never looked at him like, okay, he's going to come here, he's going to be average and whatever. Like no, I didn't see that with him. And so I think like even people talking about him getting benched in the other game, I didn't look at it as him being benched. There were times when RJ was here, Tibbs wouldn't play RJ in the fourth quarter, man. Like he wouldn't play RJ in the fourth quarter. Like he just wouldn't. Sometimes because other people had it going. Like he did it a couple of times. He didn't do it a lot, but he did it sometimes, especially if IQ had it going. That happens sometimes in games. I never looked at it like that. Now, tonight, okay, I thought he had an okay game. He wasn't terrible, though. I thought, he had some good moments against Steph. He knocked down a couple of shots. Deuce played like garbage tonight. Josh played like garbage. Like, those dudes played bad. You know what I'm saying? So, it happens. But I'm not like, OG Anunoby, it was his night tonight. So, I don't know. I'm just not like, I think my expectations for this guy wasn't as high as everybody else's. And I think that's what it is. And I never looked at like, oh, well, we gave up all these picks for him. I knew that we got fleeced for those picks because we were dealing with Brooklyn. So he's not worth 5 picks. Like he's not at all. But it's the price of doing business with Brooklyn, right? What I said, Boston? I'm sorry. With Brooklyn. So I think that that's the thing. Like, so I don't like it's ill how I look at this guy. I don't look at him like, so that's why like the slander that he gets, like you would think that you're talking about like he was like first team All NBA and he was an all-star. This guy hasn't been either of that. Like, so for me, I know what I'm getting. Like, I'm not like looking at this guy like to be the savior or to be whatever. So the slander that he gets, that's why I'm like, yo, come on, man. Like this guy, like, I don't know. Like now, if Cat is playing like garbage and he's not scoring and he's not doing, that makes sense. He's getting $60 million a year. OG Anunoby's getting the most out of everybody. He's got the biggest contract the Knicks have ever given out. Ever. And before he broke his foot, he was playing like garbage. Broke his foot, sprained his foot. He was playing like garbage. So what I'm saying is, with him getting the money that he got and his injury issues, he don't nearly get the slander that Mikal gets. And Mikal just got here. You know what I'm saying? So that's why for me, like I never understood the slander and why people just going berserk over this guy. I mean, help me understand, guys. I mean, please, I'm being honest. If you guys let me know where I'm wrong at, I'm open, but I'm just telling you how I view it. Like, I don't look at this guy like he's supposed to be an all-star. Like, so you're gonna get up and down moments with him. Is he gonna get $212 million like OG Anunoby? No, OG Anunoby's a better player than him. That's the truth. OG Anunoby's a better player than Mikal Bridges. He is. So I don't know. Like the kid's not going to get $212 million. He's not going to get that because he's not worth that. Isaiah says, I agree with the take. For me, I thought Mikal was going to be a third option and would play beyond average defense since he almost won defense player at one point. Yeah, you know what it is, Isaiah? He's a different player than what he was back then, man. Like, he's not the same guy. When he was in Brooklyn those 2 years, he kind of unlocked something with himself offensively that he couldn't do in Phoenix. So that stuff of him, like what he was before in Phoenix, he's a different player than what he was now. He's not the same guy. So he's more of an offensive player. He can play defense. He's a really good defensive player. But for him to just be a focal point, like defense, like, you know what I mean? Like that's he's going to get cooked sometimes. That's just what it is. So once again, it's just how you see this guy when he comes in here, right? He's got a better offensive game than OG Anunoby, but he's not a better player than OG Anunoby. You know what I'm saying? On both ends, OG Anunoby, you see what he does, like, how he plays. So it's weird how you compare him like that, like what I just stated, but that's just what it is with him. He's worth probably what Josh Hart is getting. Like, and it's funny that they're actually getting the same contract. They're getting about $80 million a year. He's going to probably wind up getting his extension. He's going to probably wind up getting about 100 something million, right? But I mean, he's a wing. I mean, that's what wings are getting paid in this league. But OG Anunoby's a better player than him, man. A better player. That's why the market was what it was in regards to getting OG Anunoby. He was going to get $200-something million. Mikal's not going to get that. Corey Lindsay, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through Rock with LV Live. Tough loss to them boys, 114 and 102. Knicks 100 GM said, and pick swap that pretty much 6 picks. Okay. OG Anunoby has a 90% 1% for us. Okay, cool. Why you keep trying to compare the two? Just take the L. Bridges is a role player and nothing. Boss, I agree with that. But I'm glad you're stating that, because that's how I view him. I don't view him like he's some star. Like, I think he's a solid player in this league, a good player, a really good player. But I don't. So that's why I don't get so bothered that he may have an up and down game. I look at it like, what can he contribute to help us win? Now, there's an expectation that comes with Brunson and Cat, right? But I look at him like, all right, what is he going to do? Is he going to give us energy tonight? He's going to knock down shots. He's going to get some steals and a block shot here. All right, cool. So that's why I had no issue with them taking out Deuce and putting him in, because Deuce was playing better that night. Tonight, Deuce didn't have it going. He played like garbage tonight. So Mikal Bridges coming in and playing over Deuce, that's fine. Like, it's no big deal. I don't look at them guys like they're Brunson or Cat. You understand what I'm saying? So that's how I look at it. He's a role player. I agree. He's a role player that we got fleeced for as far as picks go, because that's the price of doing business with Brooklyn. That's basically what it is, man. Once people identify with that, they won't be get so upset when he doesn't have a great game. Defense is desired, LV. He don't got it in him, bro. You don't think he got the desire to defend anymore? I think he plays well defensively, man. I don't think he's garbage. I don't think he's getting scorched every game. I mean, he plays well against dudes. He played well against John Morant. Listen, okay, look. This is for everybody, not just towards Knicks 100 GM. Man. I appreciate him coming through, rocking with me, man. I truly do. He's always coming through with the flames, always. When you're matched up against the top dogs every night, because that's what he's guarding every night, unless it's a bigger wing that's a better player, like a Triple J or like a Jimmy Butler, like what we saw tonight with OG Anunoby. He won't be guarding those guys. But most of the guards, the guys that get busy, like a Trae Young, Steph, and of course John Morant, guys like that, he's going to be guarding those guys. Yo, man, he's going to get cooked by them dudes. He's going to have his good moments. He had good moments against Steph tonight. He had good moments against Ja. He had good moments against Trae Young. He's going to have tough nights sometimes, man. He's going to have tough nights some nights against those guys. Those guys are really, really, really good. So I don't expect him to shut down everybody, but have good defensive moments, which he does. Knock down some shots. Get better with your three. That on the run, that in the run on the. I'm sorry, man, it's late. That fast break three when they're kind of running, he's kind of taking a three on the break. Like that hasn't been falling for him at all. It hasn't been falling for him at all. So he's been struggling in that aspect. The 15-foot jumpers have been money for him all season. So I think it's something he's got to get better with. But okay, but I think he's been like even keel, man. He's been all right. Sometimes he's good, but defensive desire, I think it's tough, man, when he's checking the guys he's checking. You know what I'm saying? I think it's tough, man. Those dudes are legit. So he's going to have tough nights defensively. He is, because he's guarding the best guys every night. Last thing, though, I feel like Mikal is falling apart in the mental aspect, and it sucks to see it in him. You think so? You think he's kind of falling apart mentally? The city would do it to you, man. The city would do it to you. Listen, they broke Grimes. They broke Grimes when Dante got here. When Dante got here, Grimes was all torn up. Got him and shipped him up out of here. Corlin says, LV, man, are you disappointed about tonight about the loss? Yeah, but I don't want to say. Let me say this. I saw it coming. And the reason why I saw it coming, because I felt like a couple of games we were close to losing and we didn't. And if you make mistakes against a team like this, a veteran team like this, guys that know how to win, Jimmy, Steph, and Draymond, you're going to lose. And I felt that's what happened in the second half. We got schooled. You know what I'm saying? We got schooled because they was running back cuts on us all day. We couldn't do nothing with it. And that's just from a team that knows how to win. They know how to pull out games, man. And that championship DNA is a real thing, right? So I was kind of expecting it. And it kind of stinks because now we got to get ready for this road trip, which is going to be ill. So we got to kind of be prepared. This Grover says we really out here losing the game to a team of ARP, yeah, man. Them dudes got experience, though, man. They schooled us in the second half. He was doing fairly well on the Nets, taking the subway across the Hudson to work. Now it can't be that different. This Grover, it is different. It is different. It is different. I don't know what borough you're from, this Grover. You don't have to put it out there. But I'm from uptown. I'm from Harlem. There's a different energy when you leave Manhattan and you go over the river and you go over to BK. And you get over to Fort Greene. You kind of got to go down and you go to the Star. You go to Bushwick. East New York, right, is a different vibe over there. So it's going to be different when you get to the bright lights at 34th Street and 42nd Street. It's going to be different. It is. Out there in BK, you know it's gloomy out there. It's rugged. It's grimy. You know how it is in Brooklyn. Tuck your chain and all that. When you get to Manhattan, it's different. The lights is on you now. The lights is on you. There's no bigger stage than the Garden. So the pressure is real, man. It's a real thing, man, when you're playing in that building. It is real. It's no joke. And so in Brooklyn, you can hide playing with the Nets because they're not that good. So you can kind of hide, get your stats, get your money, and you good. But when you playing in the Mecca, man, right there, 34th Street, where all the stars are, you saw everybody was out tonight, right? You saw everybody was out. 50 was out there. So Michael Strahan, right? You saw everybody was out there tonight to see Steph. It's different, man. It's different. No one's going to Brooklyn like that, man. Not that I got a problem with Brooklyn. I got a lot of love for Brooklyn. Got a lot of family out there. But I'm just saying it's different. Playing in the Barclays than playing in the Garden. It's a different type of vibe, man. So to me, I think that's probably what happened to him. Well, no, it was maybe happening to him. Maybe. Big Chaz says, I'm not saying for Bridges to be averaging 30, but on the offensive end, Mikal has to knock down those shots down the stretch. Agreed, but Big Task, I think that he's done it at times this year, Big Task. I think he's done it at times. You know what I'm saying? I think he's done it at times this year, big task. But to expect it from him all the time, that's the problem, big task. You can't expect it from him all the time. He's not that type of player. His skill set ain't that. Like, he's a good ball player. He's really good. But to expect him to knock down, it's not going to be like that, big task. He's not the man of the team. You know who the man is. You know who the captain is. And Big Cat has shown that that's what he is too. These guys are all-stars. He's not an all-star, man. He's not even an all-NBA guy. He's not that. And so you got to kind of, I mean, I do it. So you got to kind of like step back or kind of roll back your expectations on him, if that makes any sense. You know, he's a good ball player. He's really good, but, you know, do I expect him to hit the game-winning shot or be knocking down shots left and right? No, OG Anunoby had to go in tonight too. He was the one that was really the man tonight. Though Mikal had his moments, but, you know, he just wasn't knocking down certain things, if that makes any sense. This girl said, but that's the problem, LV. Adding onto the Bridges, the big task said, we just need him to knock down some threes and play good defense. Agreed. His three hasn't been falling as of late. I do agree with that. So that's something that he's got to knock down. Before he was, but he's hitting a little slump with his three. His fall-away jumpers are money, but he hasn't really been hitting like on the break threes, right? Like those things were working for him before, but he hasn't been shooting well from that. So I think that's something he's got to get better with, right? But I don't, but I think he's kind of hitting a little slump, man. You know what I mean? Hitting a little slump, but hopefully he can bring it back around. But hopefully it's quick because the playoffs are right around the corner. This Grover says, but he's been so inconsistent this season. He had a good stretch for about a month and some change from Christmas to end of January, beginning of February. Yeah, like he had a good stretch. Like I would say probably February, he probably kind of started kind of having like up and down season again, right? So, but that's what I mean. Like he's been like a roller coaster, man. He's been like a roller coaster. It's no denying that. He's got to play better. And I mean, he will. Because he's proven it already that he can, right? So I think the biggest issue, but honestly about tonight, we missed Big Cat. We missed his production. That 25 and 14 is big, right? So we missed that tonight. OG Anunoby added that on, but we missed that big time. Big Task is my vision of Mikal versus Dante. Oh, see, that's he's not the flamethrower, Big Task. No. He's not that. He's not that. He's not the flamethrower. He's not. He's a good ball player. He's good, but he's not Dante, man. Dante can light it up. He can shoot the pill, man. I'll give you a perfect example. You know why you guys love Dante? Because he hit threes in big moments, right? We know this already, right? But Dante wasn't the best defensively. He was okay. He was just feisty, right? He would get after it. So you love the fire in Dante's belly. And then Dante would knock down big threes, right? You knew that if he got it, he was going to knock it down, right? So that's the thing with the difference between the players. Dante's got a little bit more fire in his belly than Mikal. They're different guys. You know what I'm saying? They're different guys. So that's the thing. So I wasn't. The ill thing is that I wasn't. See that? I'm glad you said that, because I didn't expect that. I know he can't shoot like Dante, so I wasn't expecting that at all. I mean, he's the mid-range king. He's like DeMar DeRozan. Like I knew he was going to be that. The threes, the corner threes, cool, but I knew mid-range game was money for him. So that's kind of like what I was expecting. And the slashing and the cutting and finishing, things that he does, like, and that's what it was. Like what is he averaging now? Someone bring it up. What is he averaging? About 14, 15 points a game? I'm bringing it up right now, man. I'm bringing it up. Yo, you know what his numbers are right now, guys? You know what his numbers are for this year? For the season. He's averaging 17.4 points a game, 3.1 rebounds, 3.4 assists, and he's shooting 48% from the field. So what I'm trying to tell you guys is all that complaining everyone does, his numbers are legit. So he's having an okay season. He's averaging 17. I think he's averaging more than OG Anunoby. So what I'm saying is like, yes, he's had an up and down, but that's why I'm not like I'm looking at it that way. You know what I'm saying? Big Taz. I mean, Knicks 100 GM said he think everything's a joke, right? He needs to stop playing and get serious. Everything will change. Big Taz. Knicks 100 GM. He playing too much, doing too much dancing, right? We got too many show offs on this team. Whoa. Who? Okay. Who's the show offs, man? The only people that are doing the dance is him and Campaign. That's it. Who else is showing off? I need to know. No, there's no one else that's showing off, man. Big Taz says, but isn't Mikal Bridges from the right outside of Philly like one? No, he is. Yeah, but he's from. See, that's the thing, though. Big Taz. I don't know if you've ever been to Philly before. I don't know if I've been there a couple of times. Get a Philly cheesesteak and stuff like that. It's cool out there. But you got like the rough side of Philly, and then you got like the suburbs. Remember, Kobe was from the suburbs. Will Smith's from the suburbs. So, this is different. You know what I'm saying? Mikal, he's from the suburbs, man. So, I got you. You don't want him to represent, but him and Dante are different players, man. They're different guys. You know what I'm saying? They're different guys. So I know what it is with Dante. Listen, I love Dante. You know what I mean? It's flamethrower. I love Dante. Dante's got a little bit more fire in his belly. You know what I'm saying? It's just character traits, right? I'll put it to you like this. This is the best way I could describe it. Mikal's game is like a fly guy. Like he got a smooth game. He play fly. He don't really got like the gutter, grimy game. Dante got that. You see what I'm saying? Dante get up your face. Mikal ain't gonna do that. Mikal has got a smooth fly guy game. Like, he used to fall aways. I don't want to say he on that pretty boy stuff, but that's kind of like what he is. He cuts to the basket. He be doing all this and stuff like that. That's just who he is. So I know what the guy is. So once again, I don't expect certain things from him because I know what I'm getting. You know what I'm saying? It's ill, but I don't, so that's how I look at it. But bro, look at his numbers though, my man. Look at his numbers. His numbers, based on his numbers, he's gonna probably get over $100 million, man. You know what I'm saying? So I just think that that's kind of like, what the situation is with him. He's a good ball player, man. He's a good ball player. He's just having a roller coaster season with us. Close enough, right? It's cool, right? He's not Dante though, Big Taz. He's not Dante, man. He's not Dante, man. He's not. You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing. See, we love Dante's fire, man. We love this fire. That's why of course I called him the flamethrower. That we just love that about him. He was New York through and through. Even though he's from Delaware, he's New York through and through. He's got that ish. You know what I'm saying? Like that stuff with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, perfect example. Remember when Embiid was up in there doing dirty stuff? Who got up in his face? Dante got up in his face. Mikal's not going to do that, but Dante is. You know what I'm saying? So that's the difference. Like, and I think that's what it is. Big Tash, you got to make that phone call too, man. You got to make sure Dante's tanking out there. He ain't trying to get busy too much. I know he's lighting it up still out there from three, but you got to tell him, Big Tash, chill. Don't get too excited. You know what I'm saying? Get too comfortable. Also, too, guys, another thing too. You know what? You know what? Another thing is that Precious has got to work on his game, man. Precious has got to work on his game. Like, there's too many times that I'm seeing certain things and I'm seeing him kind of he just seems uncoordinated and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Just I don't know, man. It's weird, like with his game. Because there's times that I'm like watching him and I'm like, okay, all right, that's a good rebound, Precious. Then he'll get the rebound and start pushing it up the court. I'm like, yo, my man, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? Like, stop. You know what I'm saying? So he'll do stuff like that, and then you'll give him a nice pass, and he's fumbling the ball. I'm like, yo, man, oh man, like, come on, Precious. Like, you got to hold on to the ball. Then he can't really finish around the rim. Like he just seems like he's just off a tick. I don't know what it is. I'll put it to you like this: it feels like at times with Precious, right? It feels like at times he's playing pickup basketball. Like it feels like he's playing pickup basketball. I'm like, yo, man, you gotta play better. He's got to work on his game this summer. Like that's what he has to do. He has to work on his game. Miss Grover, President. Yo. Oh man, you a wild boy, man. But that's like the thing with him, man. Like he's got to be able like to just he just struggles, man, with stuff like that. And I'm just like, dude, like, come on, man. Come on, Precious. Get the rebound, man. Get the loose ball. Get the dunk. Like, finish at the rim. Like, he's just too many things. Like, what's like, yo, come on. Like, someone will give him a nice pass and he'll just be like, mess up the layup. You know, just certain things like that, man. I'm just like, yo, just you know. All right, let's hear from Tibbs, man. Let's hear from Tibbs. See what Tibbs has to say, man. I'm done screaming. Eric Green, Dante got in Miles Turner facing the playoffs last year. Also, that's what I'm saying, Eric Green. So he's got that fire in his belly, man. That's the thing, and that's that. As New Yorkers, we love that, man. We love that, and Mikal doesn't have that. So you know, and at the same time too, McKellar's good. He's a good ball player, but he doesn't hit timely shots or looks for it the way Dante is. Dante wants to rock. He wants to rock and he lets it fly with confidence, right? So he made a lot of big time shots for us in big moments, big threes, right? And so we've seen him. So okay, I'll put it to you like this, all right, team? Because everybody here is every part of my family, but you're really part of my team, right? My crew. If you could, would you swap Dante for Mikal right now? Let's see what everybody says. Dante for Mikal right now, straight up. Straight up. Let's see what Tibbs has to say, guys.
Yeah. Yeah, to start, we were low energy coming out to start the third. Um, so they made up that ground real fast. Then we fought back, went back and forth, and then a couple mental errors left wide open 3-point shooters, and against a team that's that good, you just can't do that. Particularly when you're shorthanded, we can't throw possessions away. Yeah. Yeah.
You know, Tibbs is valid in everything that he's saying, right? He's valid. I think the problem with a lot of people why they get frustrated with the whole Tibbs piece is that, there's the whole low energy stuff. Like that shouldn't happen, man. Like we've seen them start games with low energy, right? Then they come out in the second half with low energy. Like, why is that, man? It feels like things are just too laxed, right? Like it's like they're on vacation. What is it with the low energy? Like that happens too many times, man. Too many times. And I think that's just something that they got to get better with, man. But that comes with preparation, man, and all that stuff, especially from the coach. He's got to make sure like that doesn't happen, man. So listen to the captain, man. Let's see what the captain has to say. I think he's talking about OG Anunoby here. That OG Anunoby had a great night. He's turning the corner here, which is good for us. So let's see what the captain has to say here.
OG offensively, what do you think of what he gave you guys?
Played amazing. The way he's been playing and the way he came out today was special. So, we expect that from him. We know that's in his arsenal. And so, just happy with the way he played.
OG offensively, what do you think of?
So there's the captain. He's happy with how OG Anunoby's playing. He's definitely playing really, really well, which is great. So that's good to see. Like I said, man, it's great that he's turning the corner, man. We definitely need him to really be the old OG of last year, right? So that's what made him pretty much get to the point where he earned $212 million from us, right? Because of how he played last year. So we're going to need him around this time. So I'm glad that he came back from that foot injury. He's okay. But most importantly, I'm glad that he's starting to turn the corner right before the playoffs start. So it's good that he's starting to kind of warm up now and, get back into the swing of things and really start kind of picking up himself offensively. And so I thought that was really good. That what OG Anunoby is doing. You know what I'm saying? So I think he's playing really, really well. Disgrover. He has returned. I thought he was out there. Listen, I think he's playing well, man. I think he's playing really, really well. Really, really well. And I think it's important because, listen, we're going to need him, man. We're going to need him. We know what he brings to the table and how well he is. So we're going to definitely need him. So we got to kind of keep that going, man, because this is why we traded IQ and RJ for him, man. Right? This is why we do that. This is why we did that. Excuse me. And so that was big time, man. That was big time. Also, too, man, it seemed like Brunson just couldn't get it going, right? In the fourth quarter. I thought Brunson was good tonight, but that third quarter he was playing better, but he just seemed like he just couldn't get it going, man, in that fourth. And that's okay because, listen, he saved us numerous times, but it just seemed like he could not get it going. And that really hurt, but not having Big Cat hurt also. I say this because he's had a stretch of consistency now. Yeah, listen, it's been 3 games. It's been 3 games, right? Let's be optimistic. Let's not jump out the window because right now we're about to get on this West Coast trip. But it's been really good. It's been really good. He has been playing well. Let's everybody cross our fingers. Let's hope he remains healthy, right? Because we know that's a big thing for him. So hopefully, he'll continue with the hot shooting streak and how well he's been playing as of late. Because I think he's been playing really, really well as of late. Because OG Anunoby, look at his numbers, man. He's averaging 16 this year, 4.7 rebounds, 2.1 assists, 47% from the field he's shooting. So he's putting up some pretty good numbers, man, this year, man. As of late, he's been, like I said, he's been coming around the corner, scoring really, really well. So that's good. All right, let me bring up the schedule really quick, guys. Let me do that for you guys. Because this is going to be an ill stretch right here, guys. And then after that, it's going to kind of cool off a bit, but this is about to be an ill stretch. It's going to be really, really big, like how we perform in these next couple of games. Because right now, guys, they'll probably leave. They'll probably leave tomorrow. Because we're about to hit this West Coast trip. Okay, so let me bring up. Okay. Bring this up for you guys so we can kind of go through the schedule together. All right. Okay, so if you guys take a look, we lost tonight, right? So next game is at the Lakers. But we got the Lakers and the Clippers back-to-back, guys. We got the Lakers on Thursday, and we got the Clippers on Friday. Then we get 2 days off for the weekend. Then we got to go up to Sacramento. Then we got to go to Portland. Then we're back at Golden State next Saturday. So this is going to be the West Coast trip, right? So it's going to be pretty ill, right? And then, guys, it gets pretty smooth after that. Monday the 17th, we got the Heat at home. The Heatles. Not anymore. But then we go to San Antonio, right? They're all banged up, so that should be an easy W, right? Then we got Charlotte again. We haven't played one of them bum teams in a minute. Then right after Charlotte, we got Washington, right? So then it's going to start getting easier. Then we got Dallas. They're all banged up. Kyrie's are out with the ACL. So that should be an easy win, depending on if Anthony Davis is back around this time, or Gafford, or Lively, because all their bigs are hurt. So hopefully they're not back by this time. But then we got the Clippers. So those couple of games should be pretty easy right there. And then we finish off, with Milwaukee, Portland, 76ers, go down the schedule there. But we'll start off right here. This is going to be big, right? This West Coast trip is going to be huge, So what say you guys? What do we do with this West Coast trip? We got the Lakers and Clippers back-to-back, Sacramento, Portland, and Golden State. In that 5-game stretch, where do we go, guys? 3-2? 3-2, 2-3. What do we look like? 4-1. I say we go 3-2. LV's put in the chat. I say we go 3-2. What say you guys? Put it in the chat. What do we go, man? Because that's going to be big, guys. That's going to be big. We got to make sure, because remember, how many games are we up on Milwaukee? I think we're up 5 games on them, right? So you don't want this, because this can get crazy, because these teams that we're playing on the West Coast trip are pretty good. So we got to be careful with, with the Clippers, with the Lakers, especially on a back-to-back like that, right? So we got to see Corey Lindsey says 4-1. 5-0. Look at that, Corey Lindsey. This Grover says we might actually go 2-3 or 1-4 if Cat doesn't come through. That's a great point, this Grover. That's a great point. I did see something that stated that Cat did say that he was going to be taking a trip with the team. That's what Bridges. What's going on, man? It's late, man. I'm sorry, guys. That's what Tibbs said. Tibbs said that he was going to be taking the trip with the team to the West Coast, to LA. He was going to take the flight. So, whatever's going on, we got to kind of see. But I think that that's going to be a big piece, man, with this Rover just said, 2-3 or 1-4. Because listen, the Kings are playing well. Portland's playing well too. Portland's been playing really, really well. So, we got to go into these teams' backyard, man. So and we just lost to Golden State tonight. So we got to see exactly how that's going to look, man. But I think it's going to be a tough one. So we just got to kind of lock in and get ready. And then after that, it gets kind of easier to schedule. So, all right, guys, well, listen, that's my show. Listen, I'm going to be back Thursday. Actually, I'm not sure because it's going to be a late night, man. It's going to be a late game. I might have to do a Friday morning show for you guys. I'm not sure. We got to see. But pay attention because I'm gonna post it because I'm not sure. We got to see if everybody's gonna be up, man, because the game's gonna be over by like 1. So maybe Friday I might do lunchtime with LV, man. I might, man, because it's gonna be late. So we'll see. We'll call it by ear, but I'll definitely do a show on the game. But we're gonna be back to back Friday, Thursday, and Friday in LA, La La Land. So we got to make sure we're pretty much ready to go for the Lakers and the Clippers, man. So it's gonna be a tough West Coast trip, man. So yeah, we're gonna try to get some shows out of that. It's gonna be some late shows, some of them in there, but some of them should be okay. So we'll see. All right, but tough loss to the boys tonight, 114 and 102. They start that West Coast trip starting in LA on Thursday. We'll have a show breaking that down. So please come through and check it out, right? But I appreciate everybody coming through, rocking with me tonight. Please hit that like, share, subscribe button. Hit that like button. Hit that like button, people, right? Also, too, if it's your first time coming through, rocking with me, and you're pretty much watching this on a replay, gang, please subscribe to the channel. And also, too, please leave comments because I do respond to comments. All right, people, but listen, that's my show. I'm LV Live. I will see you guys later on this week to talk about the Lakers and the Clippers game. So please come through and check it out. All right, I'm LV Live, and that's my show, and I'm out of here, people. Peace.